welcome back. It's currently December 25th at the time of filming. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays, all that jazz. I've been wanting to get down here and make a new video, but I've been really busy the last couple months, so I really haven't got much done, as usual. But I really haven't even been down here at all, you know. But my sister and brother-in-law surprised me with a train set this year. So that's what I've been wanting. You can see they bought me the standalone locomotive a while back, but let's see if I can unbox this. But it is complete except for the paperwork. So it's really awesome. They really surprised me this year. Because not only it's a train set, but one I've been wanting. But although I haven't done much down here, I figured I'd at least show you some of the stuff I've been up to and some of the purchases I've made. And we'll probably run that with that locomotive, not the one in the box, as I'm sure I'm going to have to service that one. But I'll give you a quick tour and take you into the room and show you what I have got accomplished. So give me a second, let me move that. And then bring some trains around and I'll show you a couple of things I've purchased. So anyway, let me show you some of my new purchases. Those two train sets up there you would have seen on the channel already. I also got, can I zoom this in? Yeah. The Frisco, was it U36C, used to be the B, wouldn't it? Yeah. I had one of those before, the powered unit, and those come up, and I just threw a bid on them and won both the powered and dummy for the price that the powered unit was going for alone for a long time. And they're like practically new in box. I don't think they've ever really been run, so that was a score. A little MTH caboose right there. I think this is one of the ones that come in a starter set, and I say that because I got an MTH starter set with that a similar caboose, which is right there, and I'm not going to dig it out for obvious reasons, but it's one of the ones with the S2 turbine and a couple of cars, rail tracks, and that little infrared remote controller. I found that on Facebook Marketplace for $75, and I'll throw some insert pictures of it up. Really good runner. I do not like the way it chuffs. It sounds like a machine gun, and nor should it, I don't think it should chuff anyway. Being a turbine, it should make a whirly sound, shouldn't it? I guess. But passenger cars. I went to fire that up about a month ago, and it was DOA again. And I threw the board from the semi-scale one back into it, and the semi-scale one works. So and I threw the old board back into that one, and it dings really loud again, but doesn't actually move. So I'm actually kind of curious if it's maybe like a disconnected wire or something in the locomotive and not a dead board. But that's a project for another day. But because that died, I took my scale passenger cars off, so I needed something. So I ended up getting a couple different sets. I put a bid on and won these Lionel aluminum passenger cars. I believe these ones are from the 1952 set with the 2343s. And this, I got my MTH F3s in charge of them right now, but I'll have to hunt down a set of 2343s in the future. And I also picked up these set of Chesapeake and Ohio Sportsman cars. This is the later set after the Bachmann purchase. So this is a 4-car set, and it has some nice upgrades like the handrails and the marker lights. I've been looking for a set of these because my dad actually has a set. He has a set of the older, what is it, the Crown Edition ones. I believe that's a 6-car set. And I've been looking really hard to find set for myself. Cause I have some fond memories of that. But they just don't pop. I've only seen a couple pop up in the last couple of years, and they usually sell right before I get paid. But this set popped up, and it's the 4-car set, which is actually fine. I want the 6-car set, and if I want to see some later at an affordable price, I'll get it. But when I was a kid, my dad actually ran his as a 4-car set without the combo car in the diner, because when he got him, he didn't have anything powerful enough to pull the whole thing. So he ran his as a 4-car set, and even when he got more powerful locomotives, he still ran it as a 4-car set because it would fit in his siding. So I'd like the other 2 cars, but those are actually fine by me. So a funny story, since I like to throw stories out there, is he got his Chesapeake and Ohio Sportsman set was his first passenger set, and I actually got my first passenger set the same day. We went to Toys R Us in Columbus, or would it be Flores? I don't remember where it had been at. But I got a set of not a set, but 2 of the Lifelike Amtrak passenger cars, and those were my first passenger cars ever. And then we went to, I believe it would have been the Blue Caboose. Here in Columbus, Ohio, back in the 90s, there was a train store we always went to called the Blue Caboose, and I'm pretty sure that's where he got his cars. And in a rare event of him being mad at me for legitimate reasons, if you know the story behind that, is I couldn't have been more than 6 or 7 at the time, because it was the early 90s. And he was putting them on a little layout he had built in the back room, and I wanted to hold his observation card for some reason. And I held it for like 10 seconds and dropped it. So he was understandably very mad, and I would have been too. But his has a little scuffle in the end because of that. And yeah, I own that one. That's on me. But my 2046 is currently pulling that because my Berkshire's up there. And on the list of things I've also picked up, that New York Central Jeep, which is a nice nice replacement from what I used to have. I used to have both of those that would randomly switch the lead unit, whichever one was pulling. I had 3 MTH passenger cars, of their little streamline set, and I would constantly swap between those 2 locomotives pulling it. So that was actually one of my favorite locomotives for a long time, that little New York Central GP9. And I've been wanting to get another one, but the prices have been outrageous. And that one I found for under $100, which you think they'd all be not that bad, but yeah, for some reason they just seem to be kind of pricey. I don't know if that's just the economy or people being stupid, but most of the ones I see are $130 to like almost $200, which is ridiculous. You would have seen them running, but I also got a 2055 and a 670, or no, it's not 655. I have a 665, yeah. I've had those for a while, but they've been over at the other house sitting on a shelf waiting for me to get around to servicing them. I've had like a little back catalog of stuff just piling up on the shelf because I haven't had time to get to it. And I also have a set of the silver and blue 2400 series little 027 passenger cars. They went with the 218s. I had to pick those up from a couple of different sellers. I was missing one of the cars from the set, and all 4 of those need to be rewired, and I had to order the wire because I was out of the Superflex stuff. That showed up a while ago, but I just haven't had time to get to it. So on top of needing to get some 2343s. I guess I need to get some couple 218s as well. I lucked out and picked up those two 999s. Those are both the what do you call it? I had one before, the it's got the embossed cow catcher. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Both of those have the embossed cow catcher. I paid about the going rate on eBay for one of them, which it was actually, the buy it now price was actually cheap, but the shipping shot it up to about what they seem to go for on eBay. And the other one, I logged on to eBay that night, as I often do at work when I'm on break, and somebody just posted one in that caboose, buy it now for $35, and I snapped it up. And I was actually going to do a film the servicing on one of them for a video, because at that time I hadn't made a lot of video, but it was such a nasty locomotive. And the reason I didn't do it is not because it was a nasty locomotive. I was actually going to record it because it was a nasty locomotive. But when I started, one of the front wheels actually was loose and came off, and I had to. I didn't think I had the tools to repair it then and there. But I remembered I did have one of them punches that are made for staking, so I had to dig around and find it, and yeah, I restaked the wheel, and it actually turned out to be an amazing runner. But it was absolutely like just filthy. The commutator was absolutely packed full of gunk, and I was kind of a little bit scarred. And when I took the commutator out because the wheel was loose, otherwise I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. And a freaking old wire about 3 inches long fell out from behind the motor, and I thought that thing was toast. But it wasn't even from the locomotive. It must have picked it up at some point in its life off the track. It was one of them old what do you call it? One of those old wires with the fabric insulator. Yeah. Sorry, I'm tired. My brain ain't quite clicking. But yeah, I thought that come from the locomotive, so I thought it was gone dunzo, but it was fine. Just something I picked up. Who knows how long ago. See, is there anything else in here? I don't think so. Give me a second, and I will go in the other room and show you what I've been doing in there. Oh, wait a minute. There's something. I put my little PlayStation right here. That's the table that my 3D printer was on, and I'll show you when I get into the other room what's going on there. So here we are in the other room, and I cut to come in here, and I'll explain that in a minute. Where we're standing right now is where that layout used to extend to, but I removed the rear part of it and just turned that into a little loop to break in trains while I've been working on these. I haven't built any more modules. I decided to switch gears and start doing scenery because I kind of got bored. And got about this far, and I ran out of materials and had to order some. So that's as far as I've gotten. I wanted to run fencing, and I found some line-side fencing, actually on trains.com, in the Great Western Railway pattern. I forget who makes them right offhand, but I bought 2 packs of those. That's what they had, and I'm going to, those should be here tomorrow, and if I can make my way down, I'll start messing with that. That's why there's no shrubbery on here. I'm waiting to get the line-side fencing in. But like I said, I only managed to do that bit and ran out of static grass, which implies I bought the static grass applicator. And I do have some foliage over there and more static grass, so it's Christmas shutdown right now, so I have a week to get my rear in gear and get something done. I was planning on maybe building another module this week. I still might, but we'll see how that turns out. As soon as if I build another module, I'll get another corner section in, and I'll probably just outright remove this altogether because it'll be in the way at that point. And I did have these all set up in that corner of the room right there, which I'm not going to show you because I've gone through the trouble of sealing this room up, and I've got a dehumidifier down there, and I have some level of environmental control. And with the prospects of us moving and not wanting to kind of like help to consolidate some things, I've actually moved my Pew Pew collection over here, or started to. So there's a bunch of saves and gun saves and stuff. And this is a gun channel, this is a train channel, not a gun channel. So I figured I wouldn't subject those to who weren't into that, but I'm into that, and it'll help having them down here so I can get access to take care of them, because they were just all crammed in the closet. Oh, I broke my tree. I'll have to reglue that down. Darn it. That's what happens when you have a gut. So in the future, I'll throw a curtain up, so when I come in here filming, you don't have to see those. And the 00 station, you can see I got a 3D printer. My little Trang 00 layout has become a 3D printing station. And I've used that to, sorry, my phone's actually out of juice right now, so I got tethered. I've used the 3D print these little end stops right here. These are all 3D printed, and how I built these are pretty simple. Just I 3D printed little end stops, and then used some of my spare foam to run some foam down the edge, and went and got myself a foam cutter and trimmed it the size, and then went and bought all the plaster bandage our local Hobby Lobby had. So I just cleared them out, and then ran out of foam. So I haven't got that back, or haven't put foam back there, and haven't even started on that one, which I'm debating on turning. I really want a station module, and I don't think, and I'm not going to have room now since I moved the Pew Pews in here. So I'm debating turning that into a station module, but I'm probably not going to, because I've already got the stuff to do, or some of the stuff to do what I want to do to it, which is put a little overpass going over the trains. A couple of little like train spotters watching them and stuff. I did get a couple of Pico switches, which will go on the other corner module, so I can have some coming out, so I can have some expandability. So I did find the right size switches I needed. So I'm pretty sure that's about it. I wanted to get something done before the end of the year, video wise, and I just this is about as far as I made it. So yeah, just haven't had time. So let's go in the other room and run some trains for a bit, and we'll probably catch you in the end of the year when I get, or next year when I get more done.